Welcome to How to Have a Multi-Panel Presentation with Widgets. My name is Charlie Crisella from Video Messenger. Let's get started. Once you open up Signage Manager Express, you have a selection of different templates. If you press the down arrow key here and you scroll, you can see all the templates that are available for either 16 by 9 or 4 by 3 layouts. I have done a multi-panel presentation and saved it, so I'm going to call that up right now. Okay. So this presentation is called the DV4H5 HD Setup. It's a presentation that we update regularly and put into the new units as they come off the assembly line for testing. So we're going to be using some widgets. So let's start at the top left. And here I have a clock widget. All the widgets you can get from this little key here next to the add key. So if I click on that, you'll see a clock there. I tap that and the clock widget will appear here. Okay. I have to select that, and there's a couple of things I can do with it. I can change the background color of the widget. You can select one of my standard colors, or you can do a custom color. Okay, if you know the RGB values of your corporate colors, you can use that. I selected royal blue. The other thing you could do with this widget is you can decide how long you want that widget to stay up. 30 seconds, 3600 seconds, it doesn't matter. It's just going to dwell on that presentation, that little segment, for that long. So if you're using other files in your presentation, you may want to change to 30 seconds. The only other option you have with the clock widget is to either make it 12 hours or 24 hours. So if I click this, it'll be 24 hours, military type time. If I unclick it, it will be standard conventional civilian type time, 12 hours. Okay, I'm going to click down here now, and I have another widget, and the widget here is a weather widget. Again, I got it from this drop down menu. I click on weather, and there it is. I highlight that, and I go to option. I can control the color, again, royal blue, the time it's going to stay up before it moves on to the next file, and whether I want it centigrade or Fahrenheit. How do I get my town in there? It's very simple. You'll notice if I hit the drop down menu here, there are some already hard-coded cities. All right, but if I just want Chicago, for instance, I just type in Chicago, space, IL in caps, and the city will appear. If I go down here to the crawl line, I have a couple of interesting things. I'm doing an RSS feed, and the date widget, the date line, the crawl line which we showed before, which is done in Notepad, and I'm showing an ESPN widget, and I'm showing a Fox News politics widget. And I've got that by, if I go to option on this, I copied and pasted this from the ESPN site. I selected the background color, and I selected the duration, how long I want this to play. So I leave the RSS feeds at around 90 seconds. You can do them longer. The longer you do them, the more headlines will appear, because RSS feeds are basically headlines of 40 characters or less. So if I do 90 headlines or 90 seconds, probably 8 or 9 headlines will appear before it moves on to the next file. Okay. In the large section now, I have put in some of the files you've seen before. I have a menu file. Again, you can double click on it It'll open it up in the authoring software, which in this case is PowerPoint, and you can see I have a menu schedule going. Also, I have a weather widget, which I got from our widget, right? Our widget drop-down menu. And I have Miami, Florida in here. And what's new here is I have a custom widget called a news widget. And I got that from my custom widgets. I go there, I hit desktop, I created a file called custom widgets, and these are on the DVD, and all I did was copy them over from the DVD that came with the unit into a new folder I created, which is called custom widgets. So you can see I have a news widget there. I double click on that. It goes into my playlist and it brings up a screen that looks like this. Again, these instructions are on the DVD. I have 10 topics, so I put topics here in small caps and then capital H, EALTH for health. Again, I've got politics, I've got world news, finance. There's 10 different topics that you can use. Down here, there's also a list of colors on the instructions, and I put the command color, and then I tell it royal blue. Okay, so I've done a multi-panel presentation. I've used my own media, PowerPoints, and I'm using custom widgets that are pulling information down from the internet. So let's export this to the machine and see what this looks like. Again, if you've watched previous trainings, once the unit is cooked up, once your PC is hooked up to the unit and in communications, you don't have to go through the process of adding it again. If I have multiple units, you want to select the unit with a left click on which unit you want this presentation to go to. I'm pressing export. Gives me a progress bar. And let's take a look at our presentation, our multi-panel presentation.